SR93 Boxing back with a quick video. This is something I was not thinking of not doing because I made enough Tyson Fury videos, but this is important. Tyson Fury kind of revealed why the rematch between the Klitchko and the Fury fight and himself went off. Like it was not happening. It collapsed, and we all kind of think we know why. It's because of cocaine, but and before cocaine, Tyson Fury was getting a lot of drug allegations, like steroid allegations and things like that. And he said something like he was saying many different things, but he did admit he was drinking and you know doing things, but he normally doesn't even take any medicine ever drug. He said he never took aspirin even for a cold. So and he's adamant that he never took anything for enhancing his performance in the ring. If you look at Tyson Fury's style, it wouldn't really enhance his performance with some steroids, but it might help some. But I don't think it took anything to enhance his performance. He says they tested me about 6 times within a few weeks. Only recently, 3 days ago, last week, they came to my house at 1:30 in the morning, tested me, and came back at 9:30 a.m. to test me again. What is this? Do you understand the treatment I'm getting of these people? They're driving me mad. So this is what Fury told Rolling Stone magazine. When people say, that, then it's crazy because Tyson Fury was accused of saying "fuck off" to someone who's gonna take his drug test, and you would think a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's because he's on something." It's crazy because no, not always. Just because you have to understand, just because someone passes and fails a drug test doesn't necessarily mean they actually have something in the system or not. There's a lot of corruption in boxing, and obviously this is the case. If someone's coming to you at 1:30 in the morning, which I mean that alone is ridiculous, and then coming at 9 a.m. I know it's random drug testing, but come on, like you've been doing this 6 times within a few weeks. I bet you Vladimir Klitchko doesn't have people coming in at that time like that. I bet you he does. I bet you he doesn't. So for anyone to go on the saying, "Oh, there's no excuse for not taking a drug test," like give me a break. How come you 6 times within a few weeks? Is that even? Does Klitschko even get that many drug tests within that few weeks? He doesn't have people. I'm fairly sure he doesn't have people coming like that because he would have gone mental as well. And I can't imagine Klitschko being such a big influence in terms of Klitschko's a big influence, especially in the heavyweight division. So I think I knew there was something behind this. I always knew, and for someone to do that, coming and disturbing at that time, that there's something behind this. It's not just they're just coming randomly to be a little dickhead, but people are pulling strings. They want to see Tyson Fury lose. I'm fairly sure what he said. What he said about Zionists and homosexuals and many different things. He said quite a lot of things that are controversial, that are politically incorrect. It doesn't necessarily make it politically, no, it doesn't necessarily make it wrong. And that's what people have to understand. He speaks his mind, and a lot of things he says is true. Tyson Fury, I knew, look, this is another thing. If he did fail a drug test, do you know how easy it is to fail a drug test? Like, you don't think a person can put someone else's sample in your sample a little bit? When Brandon Rios went to China in Macau to take a drug test, he failed one of them, and the reason, like he was saying, is because I can't imagine him passing a drug test because he never looks like he takes drugs, like that type of performance enhancing drugs. That's not to say that he doesn't, but he was mentioning about that he was supposed to piss in this little container. I think it was a little cup or something, and it already had someone's sample in it a little bit, and he had to piss. It was all a bit of dodgy, and you could look it up, YouTube this shit, and you find a lot of crazy stuff. So you think about it. Imagine Imagine you want to give you urine sample, and you're clean, but you give urine sample, and either there could be some urine samples already, or someone can put some urine samples in there of someone else, and though that someone else may have PEDs in there, and then as soon as you're drug tested, you're suddenly found with PEDs. So you don't think that's impossible? Just because someone's taking like doing a drug test doesn't mean that it's a just doesn't mean that's legit. Just because someone fails a drug test doesn't mean that they necessarily fail a drug test, and just because someone passes a drug test doesn't necessarily mean that either. There's a lot of corruption in boxing. If someone's pressuring Tyson Fury like that, that means there are people that want to see him lose, and I mentioned why, who did it, or who's part of it. Klitschko likes to pull a lot of strings, and in the first fight, he tried to make the ring a little bit softer, putting like some padding or whatever, the ring, where you stand on everything, the canvas basically. And he's used to it, but people that come in, it's a different thing. It makes it harder to move around. This can, and obviously that was Klitschko's plan. I think it was removed, but that's some cunning bullshit. People see Klitschko as an honest and whatever person, like good guy, blah blah blah. But man, as soon as he did that, I knew he was up on some bullshit. Like he's full of shit. As soon as he done that, his brother supported the separate the what you call it. I mean, they're from Ukraine. Keep in mind, his brother got into politics, and there was they were supporting the NATO and all these EU people that wanted the revolution that wanted to sign up join with EU. When knowing that, I'm fairly sure he knows this, that there's Nazis on that side. Yes, there are Americans, they're British and everything supporting that side, but there's Nazis on that side. I'm fairly sure he knows very well who he was supporting. So, and I can't imagine Vladimir Klitschko being too much different. They may seem innocent and all that, but don't just judge a book by its cover. Read the book. Read the book effectively. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. Tyson Fury did also mention one thing which I like to include. I'm a 28-year-old. I believe I'm the greatest out of everyone that ever lived. Klitschko got played for the first time with the first time. He didn't even win a single. Sorry, he didn't even win a round. He lost every round. He couldn't even land a punch. Why would I need to be scared of him? A 40-year-old man. Nothing can ever. I mean, nothing can ever mean more to my family, my history of people than winning those titles against him for the first time. We are bare knuckle champions, boxing champions. All that matters to us is fighting. This is this is to me is good positive statement. I want Tyson Fury to look at this the positive side, that look how much you've done for your people. I remember he did a interview with B Rail TV. Shout out to B Rail TV. Do check his channel out. Subscribe to him. It is a good channel, good boxing channel that is. Yeah, he was saying that the gypsies that people call, because they're called gypsies, right? They travel a lot and everything. They're travelers. They've been discriminated for a very very long time. A lots of racist attacks. I think they still go on to this day. And one thing you mentioned is, you see, like in the UK, there's a lot of South Asians, Southeast Asians, like from people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, places of that region, even, and also places from the Middle East and things like that. They're not Southeast Asian, but a lot of them, when they came here, they were not in the strongest of positions, but they had to work their way up to set you become role models and inspire others, especially from their community, so they can get up to, they can when your community is improved and it has developed, it's very your people develop as well at the same time. So any kind of issues that you may be suffering, whether it's lack of role models, whether it's racism, it's easier to overcome when your community is developed. A lot of travelers don't really have that many, like too many people that high up in the ranking. Like if you look at South Asians, there's lawyers, doctors, all kinds of people. But in a lot of gypsies, it's not really so much. But his family's done a lot. Fighting, bare knuckle fighting, boxing, and look, he's become a boxing champion. So Tyson Fury, if he's watching, I'd like to congratulate him and look to the positive side. Look what you've done. Look what he's done to inspire his people. There's a lot of people that may be looking down on themselves just because they're travelers or whatever, but they may look up to you and think, they may be inspired. So, he may be inspiring a lot of people. I think he needs to get in touch with some, so he actually knows how well he is inspiring some of these people. And, Tyson Fury is a confident person when he gets in the ring. I would like to see him a good version of Tyson Fury. I'm kind of glad he pulled out of the fight in a way because, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed, but at the same time, I want the best of Tyson Fury because I know he's very talented. Um, he can inspire a lot of people. And some of the things that he does say, like, what is it? Yeah, about the Zionist media. He did refer to them as Jewish media, but, not all Jewish people are bad. But, some of the things that he does say is true. It definitely is. So, yeah, man, I do support Tyson Fury. I hope Tyson Fury does do well. He needs time. He needs recovery. He needs to look at the positive side of his family and what he's done. What he's achieved. He's done the unthinkable. Beating Klitchko is almost as good as beating. I mean, not almost. Sorry, beating Floyd. If someone beat Floyd Mayweather when he was still here, that would be the best thing you could have done. Klitschko would be like one of the best things you could have done in boxing, and he did it. He did it. He did the unthinkable. He was the huge underdog. He should have got the sports personality award in the UK, but obviously you know how it is, some biased bullshit. Fuck the personality award. Tyson Fury is a real champ. Um, a lot of times what you see on TV, what you see on media is not necessarily what you see. So when Tyson Fury says fuck off to the you know fuck well my mind went lost. I had a long day, by the way. It's like 10:20. Came from my university not that long ago. So when he told the people that was going to take his drug test to fuck off, you might seem some people like, oh, it's because he doesn't want to take a drug test and he's a lunatic. No, it's because there might be something behind it. And look, when someone's coming to you at 1:30 and 9 a.m., there is something. You would say the same thing, wouldn't you? You just say fuck off. I'm fairly sure he was getting all kinds of other shit. You never know. He might be getting some death threats that he might not want to talk about in the media and he never mentioned. So that's kind of what I wanted to say. Tyson Fury, I would like to see him soon. I'd like to see him inspired, motivated, confident, and honestly, if he comes in confident, motivated, the version that beat Klitschko, that type of Tyson Fury, he can beat Anthony Joshua. He can beat Deontay Wilder. He can beat these guys. He can actually. I mean, I don't know how much Joshua and Wilder can improve. I think Joshua has a lot to improve, and I think he will improve. But until then, Tyson Fury could, like, if he comes in, he could just be the best heavyweight we have right now. So that's what I have to say. I'll be back with more videos as soon as I can. But for now, I'm out.